So now we're coming to the boss.
You meant the world to me. My darling dear, you're never here. When I'm in pain, you hide and disappear. Like shadows in the atmosphere, charting the stratosphere. I prayed for you and kept you near, in hopes you'd chase away my fears. I'm on my own, you made it so, and now I'm chasing nightmares. I used to run with you through the great big leaves, laugh at you when you laugh at me. Hope for us because I believe the home was just you and me. I thought you were the one for me, that's why I gave you everything. Held you close by the stormy seas, oh, you meant the world to me.
And I'm
Hello, hello!
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
I gotta tell you, their non-copywritten music has gotten way better over the years.
You're right. It sounds like that particular song sounded like Imagine Dragons,
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
like almost exactly like Imagine Dragons.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fat Guy Squared. We're doing something different. It might sound slightly different because we're trying to do this where we're not together. I'm at my house. He's at his, and we're trying to make this work. I don't know if this is going to sound any worse or any better, but it's going to be a live stream. We're going to try to do this every week, at least half hour, 45 minutes a week if possible.
Yeah, we realized that when we were doing the streams previously, we got a lot more traction when we were doing it a weekly. But we got to the point where we were doing twice a week, and that was just way too much. And
Yeah,
if we could do, and it was also tough because I either had to go to his house or he had to come here, and it was just too much. Well, this way we can take 45 minutes out of our day where either he's not playing video games or I'm not playing video games, and hopefully it will
well, I mean,
work
I don't
out.
play video games because I'm an adult, unlike some people.
He was just playing a video game.
How dare you? I was testing it out to see if my frame rates per second were actively working properly.
Wink, wink.
Yeah. So it's been a while, folks. I mean, honestly, we've been trying to make this work, but I mean, just life has been hard, frankly, and it just hasn't worked out for either of us, frankly.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try this, and hopefully people like it. Because this is live, people can message us, and we'll be able to react and interact with everybody, just like we do when we're doing a live feed. The only difference is there's no video on this one. Or
That's correct.
if there is video, it'll be video of like what we're talking about, if there's something available.
Yeah. And for the time being, until something he says or I say is showing something particular, I'm just going to keep it on the fatguysquared.com. This way, if you guys go, hey, where do we find you? Well, right there, fatguysquared.com.
There you go. Yep. So I mean, let's open it up. So Nate, it's been a while. What have you been up to the past? Let's go the past 2 months here.
Well, a lot of good things. I got to tell you, I had a moment the other day. I quit my job.
There you go.
I quit my job. Let's just jump into it. I quit my job. And my sister, I called her up. I'm like, hey, I quit my job. And she goes, did you have something lined up? And I go, shit. I knew I forgot something. But no, I did have something lined up. And what's that song, that catchy, upbeat something? It's like, let me see if I can find it. I just played it the other day, and I made a Snapchat of it. Walking on Sunshine. Walking on Sunshine.
All right, just stop singing.
All right. Well, either way,
I sing before. You can't sing now.
I played that, and I was Snapchatting myself singing that, happily driving in the car. You know, perfect birds were chirping, and I sent it to all my coworkers that I was working with, and like rapid fire. I hate you, Nate. I hope you die, Nate.
Guys, do me a favor. Those folks that are actually watching, how does it sound? Is it okay? like I said, we're trying to do this a little differently. So please, as much input as possible, I would appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
And I didn't mean to cut you off, Nate. It's just
No,
that
it's
there are
only me,
actually
right?
people there. Shut up. Nobody cares.
So,
So-
yeah, within seconds, I was getting text messages. We hate you, Nate. You're too happy. God damn it.
Yeah, well, I mean, he and I were having a discussion about it, and frankly, the job that he was working at, and I don't think I'm going too far into it, but he wasn't really enjoying it. Some of the managerial side of life was a little harder than what he's generally used to, and that's just not
Yeah.
a great world to be in when people treat you like shit.
And
so.
frankly, it was out of my comfort zone. Which,
Yeah, exactly.
for me to get taken out of my comfort zone, that's it was a lot. It's just not what I was used to. It's not what I signed up for. Nothing bad to say about the people. If they're happy, they're happy. It just wasn't my cup of tea. So I went and found a
Yeah.
different job. That's
There
all.
you go. Now he's never mind. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say it. I was
What
gonna say now he's mopping the floors at the over at Amazings.
yeah.
Terrible. Yeah.
With my hands. Ugh.
Let me ask you a question. Let me
yeah.
ask you a question real quick. And I'm asking you this because it's the world that you've originally came from. There was a bill proposed.
Yeah.
And I want to say it was Vermont. It could be, yeah, Vermont legislature. It was actually a joke, but they actually proposed this last year. So people under 21 years of age, they were trying to make it so that it was illegal for them to have cellular phones. What do you think?
What do I think about that?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you come from the Verizon world. I mean, now that you don't work there, in terms of like making money in that world, that alone must have been just a freaking headache.
It was. The problem I had about working in the cell phone industry was dealing actually with the kids, because you realize how pampered they are.
Yep.
I mean, I remember this will stay with me till the day I die. I had a father come in with his kid. Kid's phone wasn't really working that great. Looked at me and said, "Can you fix it?" So I did a couple things on it, and it worked. It was working fine. So I gave it back to him, and he goes, "Here you go." We'll say Johnny for the sake of it. Here you go, Johnny.
Yep.
And Johnny goes, "So I'm not getting a new phone?" And father goes, "Well, no. Well, your phone's working fine." Kid took the phone, smashed it on the floor, broke it into
See, that kid needs to get kicked in the nuts.
And
honestly.
so the father goes, "All right, Nate, get me a new phone." And I couldn't comprehend anything. I couldn't
already
comprehend.
asking for the video.
So it was.
Unfortunately, there is no video, folks. I'm sorry. It's just audio.
Well, there is video. If we're watching something video, it is a live
I got
feed.
you.
So if I switch to a different screen, then it will show up for him.
Oh, there you go.
So, like,
Yeah,
for
we're
instance,
trying to do this. We're not actively next to each other, so you're not gonna have a video of either of us just sitting together.
yeah.
So that's the problem.
So yeah, needless to say, that kid, after seeing that, I was just like, I'm done. Like, I'm done. This is dumb. And even like I've realized on my personal life, like my lovely girlfriend, I'll use her for instance. She's one of the most honest people I've ever met in my life. I have no reason to doubt her in any way, but technology is a thing. And
Oh, yeah.
she goes to bed at roughly 9:30, 10 o'clock every night. And the other night I went to bed, it was like 4 o'clock in the morning, and I went to Instagram. And I saw my girlfriend Amber up there, and it said that she was on 3 hours ago. So I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the
Really?
morning, 3 hours ago. That's 1 o'clock. So the next day I talked to her. I said, "Hey, is there something I should know about?" And she's like, "About what?"
Well, why do you approach conversations like that, like open-ended?
It's just how I am.
Her in an argument.
It's
weird,
just I think it's the salesman in me.
No, you gotta. I mean, I'm so upfront and to the point. It's not. There is no. Hey, hey. Think
Hey,
is
yeah.
hey.
Yeah.
That's never a thing. That will never happen.
Yeah. So I said to her, I was like, what's the deal? And she was asking what I was talking about, and I told her, I showed her a picture of it. I was like, you were on Instagram at 1 o'clock in the morning. She's like, I was happily sleeping at 1 o'clock in the morning. And remember, this is a woman who's never lied to me. She's given me no reason to doubt her. But technology being technology, it was. And that simple thing, if you go back 15, 20 years, that wouldn't have been a thought. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't.
Yeah,
I'm-
but maybe it's it could be just a check-in or something. She might have not physically been on, but
what happened was she fell asleep with the Instagram on.
well, there
And
you
it
go.
timed out. But it's the point that technology, as much as it is an amazing tool and you can use on a day-to-day basis, it can really screw things up.
Dude, I honestly cannot figure out Instagram. I've never been able to figure. I don't know what it is.
What aspect?
Just any of it. I don't know what any of it is. I'm that old guy, apparently.
All right. I mean, if
Uh,
Instagram is Facebook with just pictures.
that's it. That's all it is.
If I had to describe, I feel like Facebook is. Instagram is Facebook with just pictures, and Twitter is Facebook with just posts.
Which one's the one with the porn?
Oh. I don't know. Snapchat? No, Instagram. Instagram is definitely.
Nah, I would have to go Twitter, man. Twitter's got some serious.
Well, I had
serious
I had a
backbone for
bone to
porn.
pick. I had a bone to pick the other day.
I see what you did there.
No, I was talking to my buddies, and I was on Instagram, and I have millions of people on my Instagram that I don't even know who half of them are. And, they just pop up on my feed. And so I was like, who's this Bad Baby or Bad Bobby or whatever? Do you remember the Kiss Me Outside girl?
Yeah. So Catch Me Outside and Bad Baby. I think it's the same person, no?
Yes. So I'm looking at her photos, and one of the photos, she's wearing a white t-shirt, a see-through white t-shirt.
Dude, she's like 12.
She's 16 years old with a white see-through t-shirt with no bra. 16 years old.
So you're going to jail, not her.
Well, and then, but here's the thing: there was a boxer that just, I can't think of. They call him the up-and-coming. What the hell is his name? He just got brought up on a case because of this, because of her.
That's awesome.
Let me see.
See, that's the thing about when I go to like a TikTok or something, and my wife and I are huge fans of the animal videos on TikTok. We have literally sat 2-3 hours at a time looking at these dogs and cats and what have you, and the thing that's going on in Australia right now, where it's just on fire, and the recovery of the animals, all that stuff.
Yep.
But as we're watching these videos, intermingled in them, occasionally there'll be these girls dancing, and the key to their dancing is that they don't have any bras. You see the bottom of their boobs, and it's the shirt goes up at a particular point, and it's and they're always wearing tight short shorts or like underwear.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's very disgusting to me because I'm not into that world. I don't want to see it. And, and at first the wife she's questioning me, why are you looking at these girls? These girls are like 10, 15 years old. Like, whoa. It's on that For You page. I'm not the one looking at this shit. I don't want it at all.
Yeah.
I don't know how to get rid of that, and that's the problem.
You mean like filter it out?
Yeah. I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, I don't.
Literally, I go on there and I type in animal videos.
Oh well, there's your problem right there.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, it's the wrong kind of animals. But I mean, it brings up the question of logistically. At what point do you stop saying, "Hey, that girl's underage," and just because she's underage, why the hell is she wearing those? Well,
that's the thing.
Clothes?
I'm not saying it's right to do something with somebody under the
No, not doing, but even viewing is. If you view them, it's still a problem, and that's the issue that we have here. Is when you're viewing this stuff, that's I don't want to look at it. I have no desire to see any of that stuff. And I apologize, folks. That's my dog welcoming the family members coming into the home.
Oh.
Um,
Well, I will say this is
so
my
yeah.
opinion of that. I don't think that people, people should be dressed like that at that age. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, we're the adults, so we have to be the responsible ones because they're choosing not to be.
No, you're right. But how do I view those particular? Like, I like the platform for the videos that I'm seeing.
Yeah.
But the animal and the jokes and the what have you, the stuff like that I enjoy. It's the 2/3 of the videos where it's 16-year-old girls dancing around and nothing that I go, I don't care to see this shit. I don't know how to remove that from my world. You know what I mean?
Well, I pulled up this situation that I was just talking about. The
right.
guy's name is Adrian Broner.
Adrian Broner. I've heard that name before.
Yeah, he's like Floyd Mayweather. He's like the upcoming apparent Floyd Mayweather. So he's like a big deal.
Yeah.
So apparently he went on Instagram and he texted Bad Baby. He sent her a message saying, "Text me, crazy girl." Okay. She then took a screenshot of it and placed it on Instagram with a snippet of the song "Locked Up" by Akon. So he said to hit her. He told her to hit him up, and she retaliated by putting him on blast because she's underage and he's hitting her up. But when they confronted him, and they're like, "What the hell were you doing?" He's like, "There's nowhere on Instagram that it shows her age. I have no idea how old she was. She was just a good-looking chick."
And that's the thing. That's the thing with TikTok too. Some of them they have the age, but most of them don't.
Yeah.
So it's like, what the fuck am I looking at? I don't know what age you are. I can't count the rings.
Every time you say that, it makes me giggle. So yeah, that's that. That's my opinions about Bad Bobby or Baby or what. I can't keep track of it.
Put this up for me.
All right, I put it up. Proposed bill would finally make it a felony for doctors to inseminate patients with their own. Oh.
Okay, so there's a story behind this. There's currently a gentleman either waiting to go to jail or is in jail, for the case is, where he inseminated something like 800 women with his semen. And they're still finding years later people where they thought they were paying to get inseminated with the sperm that they chose. And it turned out to be this doctor kept snowing everybody and just giving them his sperm. So
I think I've seen this porno before.
Yeah. So as I'm reading through the story, and they start talking about failed abortions and so on and so forth. But the whole point of this whole thing is that this doctor got caught, and it's happened a lot, believe it or not. But
Jesus.
This one particular doctor in general had something like I said, I want to say it's like 400 kids.
Oh, good.
And all because of him inseminating all these people with his own sperm.
Well, good thing he's a doctor, so he can afford the child support.
Well, he's no longer a doctor at this point. So I thought that was pretty. I saw that title, and I went, "Oh, I got to show this. I got to talk about this." But I mean, what would you do? Now, I know you're not a fan of kids. I know you're not a fan of somebody that you want to have kids and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, so in that world,
yep.
What are you looking to do? Let's just say your girlfriend decides she wants kids. You don't really want them, so you do the insemination thing, whatever the case is.
Okay.
And you come to find out that it's the doctor's sperm. Or
well, I think that should be. I think that should be information that's disclosed ahead of time.
Well, believe it or not, now we know people that did the insemination, and the way it works is that the more you pay, the more information you know about the donor.
Okay.
So you get X amount of money that covers the insemination, it covers the however many eggs that is, however many times you try it, and then you get the basic information of the donor, the male, or whatever it is, the female, whatever the case is, whether you get the egg or the sperm, and you have. It's almost like increments of money, and you get a little bit more information for whatever it is that you want to know about the person outside of their actual name and where they reside from. So That was something I thought was very interesting. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get on the Facebook to see if it works.
It does work. I'm listening to it right now.
Oh, okay. Why? Can you see my screen?
Yes, I can see your screen on Facebook.
How can you see me on Facebook?
Oh, you know what? I can see you. No, I don't see you on Facebook. I see you on the other screen. That was something, folks. I told you I'm special needs. Leave me
Jesus.
alone.
So,
Shut up.
do you know I can't even donate?
Why not?
I found this out the hard way. I went to try to donate because I knew there was like money involved in it, and I'm like,
Yeah, he was
free
trying to
money.
make he was trying to make $6 a pop.
Apparently, you cannot donate if you don't have at least a bachelor's degree.
Really?
Yeah, they're trying to hear that, folks. They're trying to get rid of the idiots out there. Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know you had to have some form of a degree to do that. Maybe it was just the place you're going to.
You know what? Good thing we have Google, though, right?
Yeah, that doesn't sound right. I mean, you know. I have my wonderful wife sitting next to me. You hear her. She's speaking to the children. Like I said, this
Screening.
is the first time. While he's looking this up, folks, just so you know, Nate and I are not in the same room. We're not even in the same house. Not even in the same town. We're trying to stream across a platform and see how this works out for us, so we can go live weekly and bring you a show weekly instead of trying to get together and try to make this happen every 4 weeks, and it's just a fucking headache. Honestly, we'll still get together. We'll still do live. But if we can do one live show weekly like this, where you don't actually have a lot of video, it's just us talking, that kind of thing. People, other platforms, other friends that he has, people really respond to it, and it's like we're gonna give it a shot. Worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, we'll switch back to the old platform.
You can donate between 19 and 38 years old. You have to be attending or have graduated from college. Professional experience considered in lieu of college education, so they did change it. You are in good health and you are legally allowed to work in the United States. You cannot donate sperm if you're not a citizen.
That's funny as hell.
That
is funny as hell. What happens if you want a Latin bombshell?
They won't let me have citizenship. Fine, I'll show it them.
Nah. Dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. I looked up. Now I'm on Reddit right now, right?
Yeah.
So I found this. It says, "Mother 35 is facing life behind bars after she Mitty will fight to the death duel between her ex-husband and her lover to see which one of them will win her hand." Take a look at this picture of this woman.
Let me see here.
Tell me you would want to fight to the death for her.
Oh. I mean, I'd.
She looks like Botox came and went. Never left.
Look at that forehead. You could land a 747 on that bitch.
Dude, she got a 4, 5, and 6 head.
Yeah, she does.
Starts back.
That's hilarious.
Behind your ears, not even in.
That's funny.
That's crazy. Like those false, dude. You know what? My kids' girlfriends have false eyelashes. I'm not knocking them. I'm not saying they're good, bad, or otherwise.
You could probably save on the AC with them, though.
They look. You know what? You need to know if the air is moving in the room. You just look at her face. It's flapping in the wind. So anyway, I'm not knocking them, but it is so expensive, and it looks okay, but it definitely, you can tell it's fake. This chick went to the Dollar Tree and cut up a piece of felt or something. Those eyebrows, man, I'm telling.
That's funny. That is so funny.
God, I mean, that's a look of desperation right there. I don't know. It's got a solid jawline, though. I'll give her that.
Yeah. I mean,
what do you think? Huh?
I think she's seen better days.
Dude, but I mean, seriously, she looks like she, back in the 80s, used to be these dudes who used to, the movie Airplane showed them a lot. These guys who were playing tambourines, and they would sell roses and whatnot at the airports, and they would sing and what have you, and they would wear, like I said, the robes. She's got the hairline of one of those guys. I don't remember the name of the fucking people, but funny as hell. I mean,
That's funny.
that's a wig. It's got to be a wig.
You think
At
so?
any rate, yeah. So, yeah, I'm looking at all these stories on Reddit, dude. It's funny as hell. I mean, this one right here I thought was pretty cool. It's going a little off the kilter, but show these pictures. So what this is a pediatric surgeon, right?
Yeah.
And his name is Dr. Robert Perry or Parry. So what he does is he does all these surgery on kids, and he takes the time to draw over the surgical points with pictures of, as you can see, there's Eeyore there. There's the snow guy Olaf, I think his name is,
I think it's Olaf. I never.
and he does
Yeah.
it to all of them. So apparently, reading through the story, this guy takes the time to do a particular picture for each individual incision on a particular patient. You know, it gives them the ability to, you know, at least feel like, you know, it was a good deal or what have you. I think it's awesome when it comes to little kids.
Oh yeah.
It gives them, you know, something to look forward to after such a traumatic experience. You know, well, my youngest, many years ago, we were at the swing set, and city swing set in our area.
Excuse me, by the
And
way,
they had
folks.
this thing.
If you hear me blow my nose, I'm sorry. I'll try my best to mute when I do.
They had this device. It's like a 45-degree angle, like double bar thing that you slide down with your arms over it, and you land on your feet. So he was, I don't know, maybe 6 at the time, 5, 6,
Sure.
and he was sliding down it, and he slipped, and he fell, and he face planted, and we all thought it was funny. Well, come to find out that he face planted right at the base of this thing where the 2 concrete pillars connected to the ground, and the wood chips actually embedded into his forehead, ripped it wide open, and you know, there was wood chips and shit all up in his skull and everything. So
Wow.
oh, it was. I mean, we went from having a great day to, oh shit, we gotta go. I mean, it was. And for those folks who don't know, the skull, the brain, the head rather, it bleeds profusely.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I've had an experience
just-
with that.
well, your head bleeds more than anywhere else because it holds the most blood. I mean, I don't know why, but that's what happens. So, um, anyway, so we end up at the emergency room, and in that world, we luckily had a plastic surgeon that was, you know, a well-renowned plastic surgeon for the area who was working that day, and he took the time to stitch him up properly, and then, you know, he actually worked with them and calmed them down, and we still had to papoose him. We still had all the happiness, but if he wasn't a part of that, it would have been a nightmare. And, you know, looking at this particular guy, the stuff that he does here is absolutely spectacular. I mean, I give him all the credit in the world. It's a hard job working on kids, which is even a harder job making them feel like, you know, it was a necessity to get stuff done. You know what I mean? Little kids don't know any better. They don't know when they're hurt. They don't care. They just want to.
That's cool. He does these little tattoos, basically.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Yeah, so
I'm
I'll
a
shut
sucker
up
for
now.
kid stuff. Even though I'm not a fan of kids, I'm a sucker for kids.
Apparently, you don't like my little spiel there. So go ahead, do you, man?
Oh no, I think it's a cool thing. While
So-
we're waiting to before we go into the next topic, there was something I wanted to try with everybody. We're gonna play a little game. We're gonna play a game, and
Is Nathan a virgin or not?
no, I haven't been a virgin since the 3rd grade. So we're gonna play a game.
O'Malley.
We're gonna play a game, and the game is called Guess That Number.
Guess that number. All right.
Guess
now,
that
what is
number.
the guidelines of guess that number?
Depending on what the category is, I'll give you a break in it. Okay.
You'll give me a break. Okay.
I'll give
breakdown
you
of what the
like
category is.
so the first one we're gonna do world's most obese man.
Oh my, that's sexy right there.
Right? That's a big boy. So
Woo!
I don't think there's anywhere on the page that shows it, but what do you think this man weighs. For this, I'll
how
give
much
you
do
a,
I think
I'll-
he weighs?
I'll give you 100-pound difference either way.
He's got to be pushing 700 pounds, easy.
700 pounds. Is that your final answer?
I'll go 750 just to break it up.
750. This man is 1,302 pounds.
That's crazy.
He is the world's most obese man. He is more than 4 times my weight.
Yeah, but you know what? He really does hold his chin up very.
Yeah. He, I believe I heard recently that this guy, he recently went for weight loss surgery and lost half his body weight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know, and this is the question I have. So you go through surgery, rather you lose all that weight.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have all the extra skin. Now here's the question.
Yeah.
What is more expensive, the surgery for the weight loss?
Well,
or the
I've
surgery
come
to
up with
remove the
I've come
skin?
up with a theory. I think we should cut the skin off and send it overseas to the homeless for like blankets.
Are you serious, dude? That's disgusting. Come on, man.
No, the surgery. I won't get into particulars, but I did date a girl who went through gastric bypass, and yeah, that was one of the things. Was the surgery. The weight loss surgery was covered by her insurance, but the surgery for the removal of the extra skin was not, because one is cosmetic.
Yeah, but I'm sure you could swing it.
I don't remember what the price was for it, but she didn't pay anything for her weight loss surgery. So,
Really?
yeah, because it's considered whatever you call it. It's like bettering your health.
Oh yeah, well, it might have been like a mental thing for her.
Like when I was looking into it, because I was considering it for myself, it wasn't going to charge me anything. Blue Cross Blue Shield is pretty good about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, at this point, what are you gonna do, man?
So you were off on this particular one by what? 500 pounds, 600 pounds?
Yeah, something like that.
So
So
we're
that
gonna
means
move.
each one of this man's titties is
You were close. Yeah.
350 pounds.
You were right on the money for one of his boobs. So, Next one is more something that's up your alley.
Oh, good. Yeah, this guy
World
looks. But
record.
before you even go any further, look at this guy's face. This guy looks so disappointed in himself.
is so distraught. He just he hates everything.
He just found out that he was cheated on by his girlfriend, boyfriend, and dog.
To me, he looks like he walked in and saw his cat shit all over the couch, and he's just like, "Damn it, again." So
You know that's a face of a guy who went and saw his mom and dad, and his dad said, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed."
yes. So the man holds a record for most hot dogs eaten in 10 minutes.
Okay, is this that deal that they do Coney Island, or is this
The Nathan's hot dog.
Nathan? But before it was that Chinese guy or Japanese guy.
Yes, the guy that when it was a stomach that was fat, and then he pressed hit it, and then it would go to a 6-pack. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Hashimoto, I want to believe.
Sure,
Close
we'll go with that.
No, but he had a record, if I can remember correctly, of 48.
So what do you think this guy has?
So if his was 48, was it 10 minutes?
Yep.
I mean, I've heard guys say that they can do 50 or 60, but I don't know. I don't know how long it takes. So I'm gonna go. Now, what are you gonna? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. What do you think?
What are you gonna give me for a range?
I will give you 10.
10. All right.
Oh my
I'm
God!
gonna
And
go-
before I forget, I'm sorry. We have viewers on Twitch that we haven't been paying attention to. I'm sorry, Slay. I'm sorry, Arvindor Gaming. We are here. They were guessing 1,600 pounds on the last one, so they were up there too.
Oh
So-
God, I'm going to say 63 area, 64 area.
63, 64. Okay. To my viewers out there, how many hot dogs do you think this swollen, beaten?
He looks so unhappy.
he just
His mother's disappointed in his life habits.
You know
That's-
damn well that this man is going home, and he's not even gonna go to bed. He's just gonna sit on the toilet until until it's over.
Yeah.
My buddy
10.
Alex
Well,
says
see,
10.
I know for a fact that there was a record of like 48 or something like that. So it's going to be above that. I just don't know where in the interim that is.
This man holds the
So-
record right here. 74 hot dogs.
74. Wow, I was close.
Now, mind you,
I was
folks,
close.
the reason why 74 hot dogs is such a big deal, okay, is not, I mean, it is a big deal to begin with, but
That's like
that-
50 pounds of fucking meat.
that's hot dog and bun. That's the
Yeah,
thing.
and
It's not
butthole.
just meat. That bun soaks up. So, and he did the original routine where you dip it in the water and just hoo-ah.
Yeah, it's lips and assholes. That's what that is.
So, for the next category, I decided I didn't want to post a correct picture. I didn't know how to get away with it. So, we went with a GIF.
A joke. Oh, that's sexy right there.
All right, this category, same thing, is a numbers game. The category is he holds the record for masturbation.
Oh,
How
God. All right.
long do you think this man masturbated for to get the Guinness World Record?
All right. So first off, did he stretch ahead of time?
Oh yeah, and I'll tell you this. I'll even tell you that he he holds the record and he beat his previous record.
Dude, I gotta ask before I even answer this. How how exactly did Guinness know how long he went for? I mean, there's
I don't know.
somebody
Were they
standing there
just
the whole
sitting
time?
there? Were they eating General Gao's chicken while he's going to town?
All I can picture is he's sitting in a waiting room like a DMV or something, just wanking, and he's got a room full of people just watching him. Like, and and this is the best part. Now, Guinness has guidelines, right? So the first guideline is okay. So it needs to remain rigid for 93% rigid through the course of the next.
Oh.
All right. So, I'm
some of
gathering this is
the
hours.
viewers are saying some crazy stuff. They're saying 2 days.
2 days now, dude. That's
That's-
fucking Viagra is 4 hours.
Alex says yes. One of their agents has to observe it happening.
So it's serving happening.
You
Was
can
he
just
able to-
can you picture that? Who's gonna draw the short straw today, boys?
What was he able to use lube? That's the first question. 'Cause if he's dry yanking, there's a problem.
Dude, I don't know.
That's a real problem.
Jesus Christ. Did you see what my
let
buddy
me
Ryan
see.
said?
What's up now?
He said, "Make the screen bigger. I can't see Daffy's cock."
Hey, wouldn't you know that Daffy's cock is going to be barbed of all things? 'Cause
Mhm.
duck dicks are barbed. It's disgusting. It's corkscrew, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. You taught me something new.
So
Oh.
let me see. So, I mean, I can remember as a teenager. The statement's going to be great when you open up like that.
I had a lot of
remember
free
the-
time on my hand, and
I mean, I could go a solid hour before I'm done.
that's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's a teenager. I'm an adult, 40-year-old. If you got 15 seconds out of me, you're doing pretty good.
No, but one of the guys wrote, he said, "Mine is a loop. It looks like an elvish battle horn."
That's awesome.
I think if it looks
All right,
like
all
that
right.
now, you've been doing it the wrong way.
So if this guy already held a deal, he's pushing 3+ hours easily.
His name is
So-
Nobu Soto.
So this isn't going to make any headlines. At least 6-7 hours. So I'd hate this. I'm going 9 hours. 9 hours.
So He originally held the record for 9.5 hours.
No shit.
And he beat it by 28 minutes, which left him at 9 hours and 58 minutes.
So I saw what you did there. I saw that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Now, did they get him for volume? That's the question.
I can't, here's the thing, though. I can't.
I didn't mean to cough in your ear. I'm sorry.
No worries. The viewers, I hope you enjoyed that. It was phlegmy for me, too. I worry because if 9 hours and 58 minutes, his testicles must have been swollen, ridiculous.
Well, I mean, again, but he practiced.
I guess
what
so.
makes it perfect? Practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I mean, he had to work up to this, right?
Oh, that's so messed up.
Dude, I could just look at this GIF for the rest of my day. This is such an awesome GIF.
Oh, that's terrible.
I feel like this is going to be the thing I'm going to send to everybody from now on on my phone. When people are like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm going to send them that.
All right, so you had a little game. Let me do a little game. We're going to do 10 questions.
Okay.
We're going to do 10 questions, 5 each.
Is it something that I should pull up the picture for, or is it something I should?
Not at all. No, you can keep Daffy on there if you do.
We're just going to keep Daffy going. That's it.
So, and people, please chime in. So I'm going to open with an easy one.
Okay.
Just an easy one. Hot sauce or barbecue sauce?
Barbecue.
Barbecue sauce. Now,
yeah, barbecue.
Okay, you let me finish.
Okay.
Hot sauce or barbecue sauce on potato chips.
Oh, barbecue.
See, even Mama Fox on what? See, now hot sauce on chips is very good.
Oh, Mama Foxfire says
See?
hot sauce.
I gotta give it.
Well, you know what they are?
sauce.
Listen, Pat. These mothers right here, dude. They're from Texas.
Dude, hot sauce has come like full circle in the last 10 years.
I don't know, man.
Some of that shit is super good.
I went down there. Those people, they go to the hospital instead of getting a blood transfusion, they just put Frank's hot sauce straight into the IV.
Dude, they got a Frank sweet chili sauce that my kid killed an entire bottle of this shit in a day. He was putting on like ice cream and whatnot. It was fucking.
See, I'm a weirdo with the Frank's hot sauce, just the regular. I like to put that in my New England clam chowder.
I use Frank's hot sauce for a base for my soups. So I cook out all the heat, but I keep the actual intensity of the flavor. It's very good. It's very, very good.
She says,
all right.
Louisiana hot sauce on sour cream and onion chips is amazing. Frank's Red Hot, I put that shit on everything.
Yeah, I got her. I got 2 big fucking bottles in my house. You ain't wrong.
Ooh.
All right, go for it, kid. Your turn.
What?
Just ask a question, one or the other.
Oh, okay. I wasn't prepared.
Wow, throwing them on the spot, folks.
Okay,
I'll
okay.
Go again. I'll go.
No,
again.
no, I got one.
Okay.
Console or PC?
Ease of use console, but PC for graphics.
Okay. Mama Foxfire said Tabasco, Picante, salsa, Louisiana Franks. I have all those in my fridge right now. LOL. And then follows it up with PC, bitches.
You see, I can't. I know you guys are console folks, but
PC folks.
I'm sorry, PC folks. But I mean, I'm so old and lazy that I'd prefer to use a console, just because all I'm doing is playing games. I'm not trying to rewrite code. I'm not trying to figure out graphics. Nothing. I'm just trying to play.
Understandable. Understandable. It's not for everybody. For me, I'm a PC guy. Always have.
Right.
Always will be.
Here's the next one. You ready?
Yeah.
Roller coaster or water ride?
Water ride. Whoa! Wait! Wait! Hold on. We got to be more specific. You talking like Flume?
So water slides or roller coaster?
Okay, water slides, roller coaster. I'll go with the roller coaster.
All right, all right. Now that's a general roller coaster. I haven't broken it down in any
Yeah,
basic
general roller
things.
coaster.
So, like, see, okay, I'll give you. See, I'm not a water slide person. I firmly believe that speed is a factor for a fat guy on a slippery surface. Truly, it's not a good day.
No, so when I went to Six Flags a couple years ago, I went to the water park. When I say a couple years ago, I'm talking like 15 years. And we went
He
to the
was
water.
talking about 65 pounds ago.
Yeah, I was still a big boy back then, and you know me. Oh, let's go to the top one. So I went to the
Yeah,
water
no,
park, went to the water slide, the straight down, and dude, I
that
stopped. I couldn't
motherfucker didn't
breathe.
stop.
I couldn't breathe because the water was going straight up my nose. I couldn't breathe, and then when I got to the bottom, they need to make the strip longer. Okay, I like pretty much went past the strip into the parking lot to the Chinese restaurant next door. Like it just kept going.
So you were that Eddie Murphy character in that movie.
Uh,
Fuck was it?
Nutty Professor.
No,
Meet
no,
the
he can't.
Clumps?
Norbert.
Oh, yeah. I.
So
Here's the thing. To go back to your roller coaster, if you said roller coaster or flume, like
yeah,
those.
but that's not a water ride. I'm talking a physical water ride.
Oh, see, I love rides that are like roller coasters that end up in the water.
See, I think my wife is more of a fan of the water. See, I don't, this is the problem with water rides with me. I don't I don't have control, and that's my problem. I have to have control of. Like I realize on a roller coaster, I don't have control either, but I control my hands. I control how tight I hold myself. And a water like even a flume or whatever, you have zero control and you're fucked.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm a roller coaster guy, even though I really can't ride them anymore. But I am a roller coaster guy.
Mama Foxfire says she's a roller coaster gal too.
Yeah, I gotta give it to you, girl. I think you and I would get along. Frank's red hot and roller coasters. Let's do this.
Yeah.
All right, go for it, kid. Your turn.
Okay. All right. All right. All-inclusive resort or camping.
Oh, here we go. Or camping. Are you out of your fucking mind? All inclusive resort. What is wrong with
Okay.
you?
All right. Fine. Let's take all-inclusive resort or cruise.
If anybody says camping, they've obviously never been to an all-inclusive resort.
True.
I got to tell you a story though. We went to Florida a couple years back. I took the kids, and we did the all-inclusive thing. And my father-in-law came with us. My father-in-law and my mother-in-law came with us, and we tried this Spanish restaurant. It was just it was great because I was going to the front counter, and they were like, I was like, I need a place that makes American, chicken fingers, hot dogs, stuff like that, because the folks that I'm with are very much not people that like all kinds of foods like that. So like, oh yeah, no, come to this little Spanish joint, and they have all the regular foods plus they have tacos. So we get there, we sit down, and there's not there's not a regular food to be had. I mean, there's not a hamburger. There's not. I mean, nothing.
None of that.
And I didn't hear the fucking end of that one. Let me tell you.
Mm. That's tough.
And so from that day on, everybody else chose where we're eating.
So would you rather go? Would you rather go to a resort or would you rather go to a cruise?
I've never done a cruise. I'll be doing that this year. When I get done with that, I'll be able to tell you.
I'll be
Up to
waiting
this
for it.
point, I'll have to say resort,
Okay.
just because I've never done the other one.
Sure. All right. Fair enough. I'm a resort guy. I don't do cruises. I get really seasick.
I don't know. I'll tell you this year.
All right. Fair enough. Go ahead.
All right. So trucks, pickup trucks, or sedans or cars, smaller vehicles closer to the ground.
Didn't we just have a conversation?
We did, but I want to see what these folks say. I want to see if Mama Fox is up my alley in this world.
I'm a sedan guy. I like
You're
to
a
have my
sedan guy.
car.
Fat guy in a little car. It's
Yeah.
like having a coat and everything.
Yeah, I like it. I'm always been a sedan guy. I prefer like the big ones though. Like if I
I'll
could,
repeat that one. I said, is it a pickup? Are you a pickup truck person or are you a sedan person?
I'm more of like like a Chrysler 300, that size SU, like sedan.
You know, my wife had a Chrysler 300 for a like a rental vehicle while we are getting something done,
Mhm.
and she absolutely loved it.
Really?
You know, knobs and shit. Mama Fox, pickup girl. I'm telling you, we're gonna get along so well.
Oh my God, she's
I am
just
a pickup truck guy all
maybe
day.
you know what? Just move down to the south. That's where you belong.
Shit, man, I'm a shit kicker. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
All right, let's go, man. You got 2 more.
Card game or board game?
Cards all day.
Okay. All right.
Unless we talk of Monopoly. Nobody likes to play Monopoly with me because I'm kind of an asshole.
No, folks, you might not know this. Pat is no such thing.
Let me give you. I'll give you a story about Monopoly and why we're not allowed to play at my house. So, or drink at the same time. Now, I was drinking. I will emphasize that. So, I'm not a fan. The way we play Monopoly in my house, you can go and ask and buy and sell from other people at the table. That's just how we do it. It's just at any given time, as long as it's your turn or that person's turn, you can buy and sell. So it just so happened to be my wife's turn, and I was trying to buy a particular piece of property, and she refused to sell it to me. So I told her I wish she would die in a horrible car wreck.
Oh my God!
And and at which point she told me flat out that yeah, we're never doing this again. And I don't think we've played Monopoly in 5 years now, 6 years, if not longer.
Well,
yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I will. Again, I gotta emphasize, I was shit faced, and I will never say it. And it was strictly meant as a shock and awe thing, and I apologize profusely afterwards. So that's my bad. I'm openly admitting to it.
Do you remember the comedian Dane Cook?
Oh yeah.
He did a great skit about Monopoly. He goes, "Monopoly's a great game, but it always ends the same way. You're 12 hours in, and you just take the pieces, throw them on the ground, and go, 'Fuck you, Grandma.' You've been cheating. You've been landing on Park Place forever. Like, this is BS."
No, I'll openly admit that I was wrong in that world, and again, this is ago, so I was very childish at the time.
I will tell you, with what Mom was talking about, she's talking about CAH, Cards Against Humanity.
I can't stand that fucking game.
Let me tell you, if you've never had a good time until you jump on, now that you're on the Discord, you're always welcome. We have every once in a while, Mama will do it, and she'll either play a game called, she'll either do Cards Against Humanity, or she'll do Scriblio, which is kind of like Pictionary.
Well, my kids bought this game. I don't know what it's called. I think it's on the Switch. What's that game called, babe? The one that we're playing?
Hear that, folks? He's calling me babe already.
What's that game called that we were playing for New Year? Where you make your own. Quiplash. Yeah, so basically it's Cards Against you. This way it's told to me is Cards Against Humanity, except you're making your own answers for it. So they give you a category of like, what does Jesus say to the truck dealer, and then you got to make up, like they don't just hand you the cards. You got to make up a statement or a scenario, and whatever the funniest one is, everybody votes on it. So
sounds like a good game.
She really is into Cards Against Humanity.
Well, I
got to tell you, we bought a set once, and I was playing it with my kids and their girlfriends and my wife, and I wasn't understanding the game. It didn't make sense to me, and I never got anything that was funny, at least to me. So I didn't enjoy it.
Well, we'll be playing tonight at some point.
There you go.
And we'll be streaming it we'll be doing exactly what you and I are doing over the internet, playing it amongst a bunch of people.
I would love to come by tonight, but I'm unfortunately on call for a job.
You hearing this, people? Already making excuses.
I haven't slept since 11 o'clock last night at this point.
No worries.
So if you're willing, if you guys do it tomorrow, the next night, I'm available. It's just I'm truly dragging ass right now.
Well, there's plenty. Normally, it's always a Friday night thing. So maybe one Friday night we could do it. Sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, I'm not knocking the fact that it's for the weak, but it's one of those weeks that I'm drooling on myself at this point. All right, it's my turn.
Yes.
It's my turn. Watch a movie in a movie theater, or when it comes out on your personal viewing pleasure, whatever that may be.
That depends, dude. That depends.
You got a choice. It's one movie is in the movie theater, or it's at home. One or the other. Now, I'll be the first to say, I prefer. Now, if we're looking at different types of movies like action and adventure or whatnot, I'll prefer that in the theater all day. But I would also, I'm not an outgoing guy, so I'd prefer to stay home almost in every situation. But there are a few movies that I will go to the theater to see purposely.
That's what I'm saying. I like to watch movies at home on the couch with the girlfriend, but if it's something like the new Avengers, the last one they came out with, I had to go see that. Like I had to go to the movie theater.
And again, that's an adventure. I'll give you that all day. See, but I mean, I'll go see horror movie theaters, but I won't. I don't want to watch them at my house as a first run thing.
I've been wanting to go see that. I've been wanting to go see that movie Knives Out.
Knives Out. I don't think I've heard of it.
It's a huge cast of people in it. We were gonna go, but the problem is I like going to the North Attleboro Theater where they have the nice recliner.
Oh my God, you're one of those guys.
But Amber can't go, and I said, why do you hate those seats? You're comfortable. She goes, it's too big, and my feet can't touch the ground. I'm like,
you're bougie. You're bougie.
I am bougie. Gosh darn it.
So she prefers going to theaters. I'll give you that. I'm not. It's, I enjoy going to the theater for one reason only, and they have these slushy things that I get there. Slushies and a bag of popcorn were golden. That's my preference. But like I said, it has to be a particular kind of movie.
Fair enough. And never the Joker, because that last one was terrible. Oh my God.
Honestly, I have not watched it. I'm trying to watch it at home. But even at that, I don't want to spend my money.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So, all right, last one for you, sir. What is it?
Are you more of a how's the wording of this? No, I'll switch it up. Are you a lunch guy or a dinner guy?
I'm a breakfast guy.
So you take breakfast over everything, and then what?
It's breakfast, second breakfast, and now breakfast and dinner. Lunch I could give her. I could give her a rat's ass about, honestly.
So what the viewers don't know is that me and you went to IHOP today.
Yeah, it's this woman is younger than both us, and she kept calling us honey and what was it, youngster?
I don't know. It was funny. She offered to take me to the fridge, the ice.
Yes, to go to the fridge.
Whatever that meant.
And I'm like, if she randomly, this woman was creepy because she would randomly come over and go, like I said, I was trying to stick up for nature. Like, I don't want anything to do with you, but I'll take him to the freezer. Like, what?
But hey, she does have our podcast information now.
I am a breakfast guy. All day, all night. I love pancakes are my most favorite thing in the world to have.
Really?
But honestly, in terms of stress relief, enjoying myself and feeding my family, dinner all day. There's nothing better than making a meal, whatever that meal is, if it's a 10-minute meal or a 4-hour meal, whatever the case is, and watching everybody enjoy themselves.
Oh, that's such a dad thing to say.
Well, again, you're not a guy that likes to cook. Mama Fox, do you like to cook? Because, I mean, again, you would understand it better than he would.
Yeah.
I am a huge fan of cooking. I absolutely love doing it.
Well, did I tell you I made dinner last night?
No.
I made, see, tell me how cute am I?
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Mama Fox, here's the deal with my house. If I cook, the kids clean. I don't do the dishes afterwards. They do them all. That's the deal. If I'm cooking the meal, I'm cleaning. They're cleaning afterwards, and vice versa. If they're cooking, I'll clean. So it's one or the other. I don't have to clean.
So last night, all right, I feel like this is a Nate's Corner kind of thing. I knew that I feel like Amber was having a rough week, and she said she was coming over, and she was, when I talked to her at lunchtime, she was just kind of, you could tell she was feeling tired, kind of dragged down. So I knew she was getting out of work at 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock on the dot, I started making dinner. I made salad. I made American chop suey for dinner. I ended up having some some Italian bread. I ended up, when I saw her car pull up, I poured her a glass of wine. I had
Wow,
a
Nate,
dozen
you do.
roses out for her. Like
Wow.
listen, your boy's good. Your boy's
Well, I
good.
mean, you're a housewife at this point, so you better as well do what you got to do.
And that's the thing. I was like, she comes in, she goes, "Oh my God, babe, you're so cute." And I was like, "Oh, you liked it?" She goes, "Yeah." She goes, "But it's expected because you don't have a job." And I'm, wait, what the hell? What the?
Dude, I love your girlfriend so much.
I'm like, Jesus.
That is the greatest. I mean, she just has to knock you down just to pick you back up.
That's it.
That
Dating
is
her is like joining the military.
awesome.
She is breaking me to my lowest point just so she can make me that much better.
So that's awesome, dude. So, all right, let me do one last one, and then I think we're gonna call it because we've been on for how long have we been on?
I have no idea. Let me see if I could find it somewhere.
And for folks that weren't with us earlier, we're trying something new. I'm not at his house. He's not at my house. We're streaming across a platform, and we're trying to do this where it's just a live audio feed versus actual video. We've been on, and when we have different videos or pictures or whatever, we'll show them on here. But we're trying to get a weekly live podcast so folks can join us and interact with us and have a good time. Basically, it's going to be a little while. This will be put out in a podcast fashion as well, but this is how we're going to do this. So it is what it is. If you like it, cool. If you don't, well, this seems to be the way we're going to do it because we've come to the conclusion that trying to put a day away to do 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of these at a time is absolutely impossible because lives happen, and we just can't have it happen.
Oh, it's just
So,
ridiculous.
yeah, it just got painful, frankly.
It did.
Oh, what?
There was. I need to get this off my chest.
Okay.
When we did our first couple of podcasts, do you remember there was a guy who came on, and he totally he was trolling us, I think is the term. We couldn't figure out who it was, and I put the blame on Scott. Do you remember this?
Some random dude, but he was kind of cool. He wasn't like an asshole.
No, he was. Yeah, I found out who he was. He was a guy that I found out the other day. A kid hit me up on Snapchat and he said, "Hey, tell me what you think of my music." And I was listening to it and I told him what I thought, and he goes, I went to school with this kid. And he goes, "Yeah, I appreciate it." He's like, "I know it's been a while since I talked to you. I know I joined your podcast when you first started." I was like, "Who?" And he sent me the name. I can't remember the name for the life of me. He has been following
Like Bigfoot or something like that, wasn't it? Or something like that?
Dick something.
Yeah, Dick Smithers.
Dick Smithers. That's it. That was him. And come to find out, he goes, "Yeah, I've been listening to your podcast from time to time." He's like, "I like what you do."
There you go.
I couldn't believe it. I'm like, well, then why didn't you just freaking tell me your name, dude? Dick Smithers. His name is Drew.
Nah, Dick Smithers is better.
So go ahead. I'm sorry to cut you off. I knew I was gonna forget.
No, I got one last one, and we'll call it a day.
Okay.
How's that? Is that good for you?
That's delightful.
All right. Snow or light rain? Now I'll be the first to tell you I'm a snow guy. Jesus Christ. She said it just as I was saying it. That's cray-cray. What just
When
happened?
are you guys getting married?
Yeah, right? Lynn, I'm divorcing you. Mama Fox and I were a thing now. Anyway.
uh,
No worries, hon. I've been with my wife for 25 years. I'll never leave her
yeah,
because
no.
she'll kill me.
Yeah, she'll literally just she'll let you out the door, but she'll take your nuts with you. I mean, it's just terrible.
Well, I got another 2 years before I can divorce her, so I don't have to pay her anything.
Nice. Here's the thing. I like a nice light rain on a nice hot day. You know, when
Okay, I'll give you that.
when you can
The problem
smell.
with that is that it gets muggy as fuck.
Yeah, but I like the smell of the cement, like the.
Oh, the ozone.
No, you know what I'm
It's
saying?
called ozone.
When the tar gets hot and it gets cooled down real quick, that smell of that
It's
weird.
called ozone, I believe.
Is it really? I thought you were just saying that to be a wise ass.
No, seriously, I think that's what they call it. Ozone or something along those worlds. That line, rather.
Oh, I love that smell.
I'm a snow guy for the simple fact that I can be outside in it and not be cold.
Yeah, you're a freak.
Well, no, it's a light snow. It's beautiful. I mean, have you ever? And Mama Fox, now you probably can't speak on this. Have you ever taken a ride after a snow when all the trees have they're covered in snow and it's like it's just a white winter wonderland.
In a winter wonderland.
I'm asking you and you're singing. What the fuck, dude?
Oh, I thought you were asking her.
No, I'm asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. I like.
If she sees snow, the whole fucking state stops.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. They can't drive worth shit.
They got a half a fucking plow out there. They got one plow for the entire state.
I feel like there's so many mean jokes I could make right now. I do like it when there's a nice little snow. And that's the thing. This year sucks because we haven't gotten anything. Like
it's coming. It's coming.
I'm hoping
the snow doesn't generally start for another couple of weeks out here.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. They said Saturday it's going to be 65.
Yeah, but I mean, that's just the world we live in, man. But honestly, it's when it does happen, it's going to be a fuck you cut. Don't you remember like 3 years ago? There was like 6 feet of snow in like 2 days.
I like that shit.
Yeah, because you got stuck at home, you couldn't work. I get it.
Yeah. I want to. I prefer to. I hope that we get a big snowstorm, and I can. See, I'm one of those firmly. I used to love when I was at home when I was a kid. We got those, and we had to stay out of school, and we like lost power and stuff.
Why would you? Why would you like the fact that you lost power? That's
because it was like my mother would put some candles out. She'd heat up the oven because it was a gas oven.
Oh yeah.
And we would pull out the Monopoly.
There you go. You guys have an out and out.
We'd have Monopoly, and of course my mother would have Fritos. My mom had. I don't know if she had stock in them, but there was never a time that I went to her house there wasn't Cheez-Its and Fritos at all times.
Well, you know why? Because when you buy a package, at least up here, when you buy a package of anything Frito-Lay, you get 45 packages of Fritos and 45 packages of fucking the stupid fucking long cheese things. They're fucking terrible.
They're
not
Cheetos?
Cheese doodles, it's the hard ones.
Hard ones.
Yeah, the thin hard ones.
The ones with the tiger with the glasses.
They're disgusting.
What is his name?
You know what I just found out? It's really tasty. Utz brand potato chips. Some of the best I've ever had.
Better than Cape Cod?
I don't like Cape Cod because it's hard.
Yeah, they really can hurt your mouth.
Yeah, they rip the fuck out of your mouth. I don't care for them. Whether or not they're tasty, I don't know. Every time I eat them, I have a bloody mouth when I'm done. So,
what is that guy's name?
Oh, hey, what did you? I'm on the phone here. Thank you. Jeez Louise, people don't want to listen. You know? Life is hard.
I know.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm over here yelling at people.
What was that? What is that cheetah's name?
Chester Cheeto.
Thank you. God damn, you knew it the whole time. I'm over
Well,
here
you never
googling.
asked me what you wanted, dude. I don't know, man.
Mama
Everybody,
says she
Willie
said,
the Water Boy's here. So is my mother, of all people.
"Where'd she come
This
from?"
is a podcast here. We're doing a podcast right now. All right, Willie the Water Boy is sitting here staring at me with like double eyes. It's weird. You
All right.
four-eyed freak. I
Well-
know we're gonna buy pee-pee. I get it.
I don't want to know. But I mean,
We're talking about that piece of the mic. So my son is doing Glee of all things. He's singing.
Oh,
He's
Jesus
dancing.
Christ.
He's singing. He's tap dancing. He's doing it right now. It's great. Let's go.
You're talking about
Let's
the
do it.
youngest one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Willie the Water Boy.
Okay.
So, anyway, we had a mic that we had a spare mic for the podcast that I grabbed for him, but we realized that we need extra parts for it.
Yeah.
So, anyway, all right. So we're out of time here. Folks, I already told you what's going on. We're gonna try doing this every week. It's probably not gonna be on a Friday, Frank.
No, probably
This is just a
Saturdays.
testing thing. What was that, Nate?
I said probably Saturdays. Well, I mean, the new job, I don't work Fridays really, so
Well, I mean, for me, Mondays would be better.
yeah, that ain't happening. So,
Well, okay. Well, then we'll have to figure it out then, because Mondays are my days off.
okay. This cat
No.
that you hate won't leave
I
me
hope
alone.
that cat eats your mic.
Well, that's just mean.
Well, you're mean.
He's trying to get my tissues. This cat, I've never met a cat in my life that likes to eat tissues and toilet paper.
Well, now you
Unbelievable.
have. You can't say you haven't.
Ugh.
So anyway, folks,
Anyways.
we're done today. If you could please let us know what you think, comment, whatever you want. If you go through Facebook, we'll see them. Let us know how the quality is. Mama Fox, what do you think? How's it sound? Does it sound decent or a little delayed? What do you think?
And while she's responding, I'm gonna keep this up. As that's if you want to go out, that's how you go out.
What was it, 9 hours and 58 minutes, you said?
9 hours and 58 minutes.
Holy shit, that's a dick move right there.
Mama Foxfire says she's gonna lurk. Kids need her, which means she's not around right now. So-
Okay, no, I got you.
But I will
Well,
talk to
if you hear
everybody
it later
afterwards
on,
and make sure that they said that the audio was decent. And all.
Beautiful. And that note, Nathan, I hope this works out. I hope we can do it. I enjoy this.
Yeah, simple and easy. I like it.
We'll have a much more structured setup next time. I thought this was decent.
I think so too.
And
Viewers,
I like the interaction. That was pretty nice.
yeah, viewers, let us know. Tell us. You know what? Let me know if you like the guess that number, because we can get some interesting things up there when it comes to numbers.
Yeah, you should just keep this Daffy Duck up. Just that so the fat guy squared.
That's it. Just God, we are so going to jail. I'm gonna have to look
I
at
don't
some
know.
other.
For those guys following us, the podcast side of it, you got to watch the video, the live video. You can get us through Facebook. You can get us through
YouTube,
Twitch,
Face-
YouTube.
Yeah, all that
And
good
I mean,
stuff.
just the Daffy Duck fucking video alone is absolutely gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. This reminds me of the face that Nathan makes every day of his life when his girlfriend's not around.
Yeah, I feel like I got caught. You know?
He didn't wipe his brows with that one time.
Yeah.
You know, and I blame Google. You know why? Because honestly, you know, your girlfriend wants to use your computer. She types A for Apple, and it comes up Asian ass porn every fucking time.
Yep.
You're like, what the fuck? You know,
My
it's goddamn
B.
Google. You got to give me 3 or 4 letters, not just the one.
Well, now,
3 or 4
you know, how do
letters.
next time she comes over, she's going to type in Daffy Duck, and this is going to pop up. What are you sick bastard?
First off, if your girlfriend's typing in Daffy Duck, I need to know why.
Yeah.
So,
Well, on that
all right,
note, folks, we're going to
that's
bid
it
you
for
adieu.
us. We love you all. Thank you very much. And time next week.
Toodles.
Take it easy.